and welcome to Community Cooking. Sombrero, heat, Mexico. What could we be doing? It could be Daryl's Dog Breath Chili. And I have a guest on the show, and that guest is going to give us the history of chili. So not only are you going to get a great recipe, you are going to get some education tonight. We're back, punk. That's right, we're back, and Leanne's my guest today.
Hello, Sheriff.
How are you doing?
I'm pretty good. Thanks for having me on the show, Tex.
Hot darn, we's gonna make some chili.
We haven't done a show like this for a while.
It's been a while.
And this hat
And this could prove to be a long while.
doesn't fit on his head.
No, I know, we tried it. It's like, so I had to go with the old sombrero
big, okay.
because it's hot. Now, everybody though thinks chili
comes
is
from
Mexican.
Mexico. It's not.
But
it's
you know what?
So not.
Let's hold them in anticipation because we have some work to do and we can talk while it's cooking.
That's true.
Okay, so
there's a little bit to go.
Leanne found this really great recipe, which of course I have to change because that's just what I do.
Have you noticed that?
I noticed that.
Okay.
Actually, you know, I'm gonna lose old sombrero a little here because he's pretty heavy.
Because you're hurting yourself?
Just bearing down on me, partner.
Well, it's got a smaller head. Okay.
Yes, I know. So what we're gonna do is now lots of ingredients in this thing. We have mild Italian sausage.
Different ingredients.
Yes, different than our regular recipe. So we're gonna try to keep you in touch with it, the real stuff. So it's mild Italian sausage.
I'm trying to write this down.
And we have beef. Now these are beef strips, which we're going to cut up. It's not ground beef.
Right, because most people are used to making a chili with ground beef.
Exactly.
Or rattlesnake. No,
yes,
that's
or
later.
rattlesnake.
Sorry,
exactly.
That's later.
Then we have a lovely assortment of peppers. We have hot peppers and we have sweet peppers.
And because, I guess you could change it, I guess, just with the peppers alone.
Oh,
you
yes,
could change
very much
the flavor.
so. Okay. Then we have beef broth and chicken broth. Oh, and the chili's died.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have beef broth and beef broth and chicken broth.
And see, I also, when I read through this recipe, I thought, who makes chili with that? But I'm pretty sure it would give it a really nice flavor.
Oh, yes. And then we have a number of spices. So we have crushed red peppers. We have cayenne pepper. We have paprika. We have chili powder. We also have red jalapeno dried peppers.
So you know that this is going to be a very mild flavorless
That's right.
dish.
It's not for the weak of mouth, okay? We have garlic. And
the
then,
weak of mouth? That's good.
Yes. Okay, now, the recipe originally called for some sugar, brown sugar. Yeah. So instead of doing that, what I did is I got us 3 different types of beans. We have the chili style beans.
All pre-mixed. Okay,
and they're all ready to go. They have pinto beans, they have peppers in them and all that kind of stuff. Then I got a can of the traditional, you know, deep brown beans in tomato sauce. I am. Okay. And then, instead of putting brown sugar in, we're going to use maple style beans and sauce. So they have their maple syrup.
I've never tried these. I have done the mixed chili kind of bean thingy, but I've never done this.
Then we have our chunky tomatoes in spicy red, with spicy red peppers.
You can't go any higher with this tower.
And then we have our chunky tomato with roasted garlic and basil.
Or basil.
Yeah, Rathbone. What movie? Quick, who was he? The most famous Sherlock Holmes in history.
Okay,
there,
sorry.
you blew it, sorry.
I'm sorry.
Then we also have some cumin for flavoring and some oregano.
Okay.
And whatever else I find in the friggin' cupboard.
There you go.
Because we got some Louisiana hot sauce. And then we got a red pepper. I got a red pepper instead of
that would be an onion,
white pepper.
But that would be an onion.
It's an onion, not a pepper.
Okay, you just leave. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm very ill right now. Okay, then we have regular straight up garlic, clove, lime. Lime, very important to these wacko kind of chilies that are out the west there.
Yeah.
So what we have to do is we have to brown our sausages. So we'll turn on our pot, just about medium.
And again, all the different chili powders that were in here, it was kind of scary when I read through the recipe, but I'll
tell you.
If anybody can work through this, it would be Daryl. Plus, we were looking for a theme here.
Exactly. We had to have some fun. We haven't done one of these shows for a while. And like I said, this is not going to be for someone who doesn't like spice, okay?
Yeah.
So make no mistake, if you follow this recipe, it's going to burn on the way down and the way up and all through the night. You know what I mean?
It could hurt you.
So, there, that's sizzling away. We'll turn that up a bit more. We have to brown that. Now, whilst I'm cutting the beef.
Cutting and chopping.
Cutting and chopping the beef.
And I would think too, depending on, like my chili, I love it chunky. Like
Yeah.
I'll chop up tomatoes the size of my fist, that kind of thing.
Chunky
but I
chili.
would think that your normally ground beef is ground, and I would think that in bite-sized pieces makes sense to me.
So why don't you tell us, Leanne, educate our viewing public,
Alrighty.
where chili really did come from?
Well, once upon a time in a fairyland kingdom far, far away. No, sorry.
There lived
That's the
a
wrong.
Jedi Knight.
That's the wrong story.
That came out today too.
Yeah.
You're not going to believe who was at a store when they opened at 8 o'clock this morning to buy their copy.
Some guy.
Yeah, I know, it's a crazy guy.
Okay.
He actually.
I think he hosts a cooking show.
He was supposed to drive the kids to school, but they went there first. You know what I
He
mean?
hosts a cooking show.
That's the one.
No, that's not the story, but
No.
thanks for filling that in.
Okay.
Okay, you know how we had mentioned that people think, like, when you say Chile, it's
Yeah.
not Chile, the country with the mountains and, no, it's not
It's
that.
not?
It's not.
Wow.
And you say Chile and you go brr, cold, it's not that either. Apparently, there's actually a couple of different versions, but
Okay.
apparently Chile dates back to the 1800s, where like the Texas Trail guys and the Cookie.
Yeah.
You've seen all the movies with John Wayne.
Well, we're crazy old cookie here at the wagon. Yeah, that guy.
Exactly,
Okay.
that's him. But the
They
trail
wonder why they
cooks
left
were-
him at the wagon, right?
the trail cooks who were insane, as Daryl has just showed us, would if they had beef, great, but they would chop up all kinds of things like buffalo or venison or rattlesnake.
Rattlesnake,
which
exactly.
we couldn't get today.
Yeah,
but,
they were
you know,
fresh out at Safeway today.
yeah. But they would use whatever they could find too. They had, of course, the chilies and the wild garlic and the onions and herbs, and they would just sort of make stuff up.
And really, stuff like chilies
Yeah.
and stuff, they dry, so you can take them on your long trip on the wagon train. They're
Yes.
just going to dry.
And they did that with stews and stuff as
Yeah.
well, which is why in all those westerns you see them eating chili by the fire or
Yeah.
stew, lots of stew.
Then it got
that
bad
kind of
by
thing.
the fire after that. I know that
Then
much.
you don't want to be near anybody
That's
by the
right.
fire. 'cause-
That's why they have the open prairie and sleep
Yeah.
out there, you know?
But they had also said there was another chunk of the story claims that it says it was invented around 1880 in San Antonio by chili queens. Now, hang
Chili
on.
Queens. Were
Hang
they
on.
gay cowboys?
No.
No?
I knew you were
Okay.
going to say something like that. It says women primarily of Mexican descent who sold stew made from dried chilies and beef in the open air markets and that kind of thing. So
Okay.
it's there's a couple of different versions here.
All
I
right.
like the old West slant myself. But,
Yeah, that's a good slant.
And
Okay, so
speaking
we
of
turn that
chilies
down
and
just a little.
cookie,
Okay.
burning things over the stove.
Not burning nothing.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Now, we're supposed to throw a little oil in, but I'm seeing if we can get some grease from the sausages first.
Okay.
I like just natural greases if you can get it from the meat, the
Hence
rendering.
the scary sizzling.
Yeah. Okay, so this is now all cut up, well, pretty much.
It's
And this is
lovely.
going to go, after we fry the sausage, and we're going to take it out of there.
Right.
And then we're going to cut the sausage into chunks as well after it's cooled
Then
down.
we're going to debone the rattlesnake.
Yes.
There is no bone in a rattlesnake. You know that, eh? Okay.
There is none?
No, you
Get out of the
I'm
city.
telling ya.
There's no ribs?
Why
or-
would a snake have any bones? They're cartilage. I don't know what they are.
Well, learn something every day.
Okay, prove me wrong.
I'm not going to
all
prove
right.
you wrong.
Okay.
I'm saying, like, hey, I learned something.
There you go. I'm pretty sure. It's like science 101 around here. Okay.
Stir up the weed.
Did you know too that this original recipe was this dog breath chili was a guy named Doug Wilkie from Washington who won $30,000.
You know what? I've watched the
Has it
show on the World Championship, a documentary on World Championship chili cooking. These people are lunatics.
Yes.
They go there, they get going. You've got green chilies, okay? Then you got your dark brown chilies.
Right.
Then you got your hot chilies, then you got your mild chilies.
Sure.
These people freak if they lose a can of their secret ingredients on the way to the chili thing. Like this
Yeah.
one guy he was literally a man crying because the airline had lost his little mixture. And like nobody will share, right? Or they'll
No.
share the bad stuff with them. So he had to go searching in the town. But
Well,
you know
I'm
what?
sorry,
I think that I should go to the chili cook-off.
You should.
Don't you think I should?
For $30,000 American?
Hey there,
Yeah.
viewers, don't you think I should go? Wouldn't that make a great community cooking? We'll do a little documentary on the chili thing, and I'll enter, and I'll win, and then I'll get that contact with the big TV networks, and then I'll be off to Hollywood, and then it'll be me and Emerald doing shows, and
Yep.
or not. Okay, so
Yep.
what I'm going to do is actually,
Okay, Tex.
to the beef here, I'm going to put a little paprika on it right now.
I like to actually season my meat as before or as I
Yeah.
cook it.
So we're taking a little paprika.
Kind of bake it in, so to
And we're
speak.
going to put that on. this before we throw it in the pan.
Now, I just had a question about cumin.
Okay,
Where was
cumin.
that? And it's not, she'll be cumin round the mountain and cumin, ya my lord. And no, it doesn't go that way.
Well, let's read it.
What exactly does that do?
Ground cumin provides a vibrant flavor, a distinct aroma, and is an essential ingredient in both curry and chili powders. So when you buy a chili powder, this is in it, and when you buy a curry powder, this is in it already.
Okay.
Ground cumin gives a boost of flavor to marinades for lamb, beef, meatloaf, tomato sauce, barbecue sauces, and salad dressings.
Right. Gotcha.
So there you go.
Thank you for that. That's
Very good.
Now I know. I still
Now,
probably, I don't know if
I
I
need
may
to
use it, I
see-
may not.
We have some oil, little oil up here. Any
Oil.
types of oil?
See, oil.
You know,
Now,
last
should
time we
should
looked
I
for
be?
oil, we lost the oil.
No, it's down below and
Ah,
it's
there's a little
covered.
oil. Okay, so I'm going to put a little olive oil in there.
Do you want me to be like dicing up something while we're
Well, you know what? We
Or should
actually
we just
could. No,
do pieces? Of,
no, you're right. We should
do pieces. Of,
slice up some
sorry,
pepper.
I'm making a mess.
Not pepper. Let's slice up that red pepper I grabbed earlier.
Yes, the onion pepper. The onion pepper. Okay. I need a big knife.
That's going to start
Woo!
spitting.
That wasn't
Behave.
pretty.
Okay,
Sorry.
I'm going to go rescue the peppers.
Okay. Because now tell everybody the story about. See, my favorite pepper, I'm pretty sure would be a habanero pepper, which
Yes, very
is
hot.
right off the charts because there's an actual chart.
Yes.
It goes from 0 to 10, and it's like okay, that's fine.
Okay, and what's that chart called?
This chart is the chili pepper heat Scoville scale.
Scoville.
I didn't actually know what the Scoville thing was all about.
Neither did I, but now we know.
I should probably try
And
to
knowing's half the battle.
take these off while I'm doing this
Sure.
because I don't need the outside.
Now, with the chilies, these are hot chilies. These little ones here are not chili. These are hot peppers. Chili peppers.
You're
I guess
really
they would be.
confused about your veggies today,
I'm
aren't you?
very mixed up. I have a headache.
I think it's
Don't
because
know that.
of your sombrero.
Now, this, yeah, it's choking me here. I'm losing air. Help me, help me, help me.
That would explain the brainal
Okay.
thing. Okay.
Okay, we already tired of the hat for a bit.
Okay.
Okay, now the peppers,
Uh-oh.
this end of the peppers, oh, that's pretty strong, eh?
Yep, it sure is.
So this
Tex.
end of the pepper is the hottest end,
Yes. So don't bite that.
so I won't. Now we're going to cut that end off, and we're going to get rid of the seeds.
Now,
that
do
are
we
in
want to
here.
use this whole onion, which is killing me, by the way?
No, just half. Just half the onion.
Okay, fine.
Now,
The
when you're
oils are
working
making me
with
cry.
peppers, do not go near your eyes after handling the pepper.
No, or in this case, because we've got the onion thing already happening.
Yes, it's very important. Remember we had Sarah on here and she cried, you know.
Yeah, I'm not far behind her, but I'm tough. I can get through
I'm
it.
just taking the ends off these peppers, so that's what we're going to use.
Now, see, most people fear the dreaded jalapeno, spelled with a J. Okay, I'm
Yes,
just going to go over here,
jalapeno.
throw this away. The jalapeno.
The jalapeno
But the habanero,
is much hotter.
sure, by actually, what did we say? Jalapeno on a scale of 0 to, like 1 to, actually 0 to 10 is a 4. So the habanero is actually, there's two kinds. There's a 9 habanero and the spooky red Savannah habanero, which is a 10, which is apparently 855,000 units. And it's just gonna,
It's
the whole
very
inside
hot.
your mouth is just gonna like just melt right off.
Okay, so we are now cutting up our peppers here.
Okay, I should I should have the knife that you got going on.
Well, do
'cause-
you want that one?
Well, no, I'm okay, but
I mean, you get along with
I
you know.
chose more of a bread-like thing, which
Yes.
is probably not where I should have been going
Okay,
with
and
this.
this one here is a kind of a lime green looking one. Now, what we're doing is we're cutting up these these peppers we bought at Safeway. There
Now,
was
what
a
kind
hot
of
pepper.
peppers?
This is called just a hot pack of peppers. That's
Okay.
all they call it, hot pack. And I figured, hey, that'll work.
So do we figure?
These are like banana,
Okay.
okay? And then I also bought these ones here, which are called sweet tooth. See? Tooth. Tooth. Like a walrus tooth,
Sure.
okay? They're
Okay.
sweet tooth.
Tooth.
Okay, tooth.
Tooth. Okay.
Okay, and then I bought this pack of the other chilies, which are hot chilies, and we're just cutting them up,
Alrighty.
and we're getting rid of the
You
seeds
sure
out
that's
of
enough
them.
onion? Okay.
Oh yeah.
All
Oh, believe me,
Okay.
this is plenty
Apparently,
of
there
stuff
are going
here.
to be people here at the station for lunch that could
Not to be back after
just
lunch.
never. Yeah, they'll
Okay,
just melt.
so
and go
do
away.
you want to cut these up into little pieces with the chili, with the onions
That I
here?
can do. We'll
Okay.
just cubify them.
There. Okay.
I'm going to
So-
go with a smaller knife though.
Yep. Okay. I think our sausages are done. So
I'm not going to touch my face.
I'm going
I really want to, like, because my eyes
lift
I'm
the sausages out
dying
of there.
over here.
Are you? Is it bothering you? I can see that. Big
Do my
red
eyes look like they're watering? Hello.
What's with that? You know, I thought you were a lot tougher than that.
I am. I'm tough. Tough to look at.
I'm tough.
I'm
Don't,
tough.
don't tease me.
Yeah, I am so
Okay,
tough.
so we take our sausages out of here, which are browned and cooked.
Okay. I dare you to bite one of these. Just have a bite.
Oh, no.
I dare you to put one in your mouth.
No, see, I'm not quite that crazy. I like them in the cooking, and I'm willing to go a little hotter in life. But
come
to
on.
bite one straight up, ain't
How do
happening.
you know what it's like really if you
I
don't
know
just put it in
everything.
your mouth? Actually, Chris, camera guy, he was telling me a story about, I guess, some buddies of his. They were making sub sandwiches one day, kind of thing, and one of the guy's moms had grown some stuff in the garden, and you know, you can pickle them, you can do 1,000 things with peppers, but whatever kind of pepper mom grew in the garden, and apparently it being raw like that, like right off the vine, it pretty much killed him. Dead man walking.
Oh, they do you in.
Dead man walking.
Oh, you're crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, now I flipped our board here so nobody has to freak out. No, the meat wasn't on this side at all. And we got rid of the knife that we cut the meat with, so this is a whole other story here. Now this is the sweet peppers. There's not a lot of cleaning to do, which is nice.
I'm sorry, but I would really like to try one of these little pepper pieces.
Well, you try one.
Which color? Anyone? Somebody.
I would go with the
pick.
yellow.
Okay. All right. I'm not afraid. I'm
Go
not
with
afraid,
yellow.
you know. I'm not
Go with
afraid.
yellow then.
I'm not afraid. Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm not afraid. Okay, see? I'm not afraid.
Okay,
I'm not
let's see what
afraid.
happens.
Oh, that was a bad thing to do. Wow.
Is that a little warm?
They're very prickly. And right about here.
And your eyes are even getting more watery now.
Well, you know, I'm not afraid, but the inside of my mouth is numb.
You're not afraid, you're just not overly bright. It's okay.
I didn't say I was bright. I'm fun. Anyway, okay. Yeah, no, wait, this side of my mouth is truly paralyzed. This side's okay, but not so much this side. Okay.
So we do have some hot peppers.
We
here,
got
what
some
you're
hot
saying.
peppers here.
Good.
Yeah. And I am the queen of hot. My husband Jim will say, he says, she's the queen of hot. Holy cow. That's, yeah, right there. Right
Burning a little, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's
You need
like
some water or
a
something?
tingle. No, water makes it worse.
Yes. Actually, you know what? I talked to somebody about that, and they said that's a fallacy. That's
Well,
one of
you
the
know what I
fallacies in
find
life.
though? Milk
'Cause
or
water-
bread.
Bread, yes.
Really is awesome.
Bread with some butter on it, you know.
Yes.
And then maybe some
Really is
marmalade, you know, and then you can have some eggs with that. And oh no, I'm
That's
thinking
a different
breakfast.
recipe.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, that's totally.
Okay, so
But
now we're browning.
I hear you.
We're
All right.
browning our beef in here.
So, now what are you just sort of using these sweet peppers for looks?
Nope, they're going in it.
Oh, okay.
They're going in.
So
We need you to chop
we
those too.
Choppy chopperson? All right.
Choppy chopperson.
Now, do we want to segregate the hot from the cold?
No, this is a free country, Chile. No segregation whatsoever.
right.
Everybody's together.
And we're okay with big chunks? Like
We
even big
are the
chunks?
world.
We
Oh,
are
geez, I
the
sing bad, eh?
children.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, that's a whole other show. We could do, you know what, like the Galloping Gourmet, like, you know,
Yes.
and they could sing.
Back in the day, yeah.
You know how he drank wine while he
Oh,
cooked?
lots of wine.
We could
I
sing.
love Graham Carey, the Galloping Gourmet. He's still on. I think he's on Fission. He doesn't drink so much wine no more.
Huh.
I think he's kind of reformed from that, but he used
Okay.
to drink a good chunk of wine.
Can you imagine, though? Because he would just throw things into pots
know.
after you have a bottle or
You
two
betcha.
of wine. What the heck does it matter?
Now,
So, yeah.
I find that I like to put all my spices in now with the meat.
Oh, yes, I would
Okay,
agree.
so we should do some measurements, eh? Because people always say I never
People
do
at
measurements.
home don't know what a
Daryl, what's
splurge
in
is.
here? Okay, so let's pick a measurement. Everything will have the same measurement today. How's that?
Notice you didn't use all the hot peppers.
No. I don't think we need to.
Well,
So we're going to do 1 teaspoon of
Right.
all these things. So 1 teaspoon of chili powder.
Okay, and the original recipe actually called for, let me just check. Oh, tablespoons.
Okay, well, just wait. And then 1 teaspoon of paprika.
But I guess the smart thing to do, even with if you're following a recipe, is just because you can literally ride a recipe, and I've done that because my
1
husband can't stand it, and I'm
teaspoon
of
of
course the queen of
cumin.
hot. So you can add as you go.
You betcha. 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper,
Okay,
which is hot.
I think I'm not crying anymore, and
You have
my
some
mouth
feeling
is
coming
starting
back?
to return to normal. So yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so this is all those flavors going into this meat now.
Okay.
Okay.
And it's so pretty and colorful, and it all winds up being kind of brown.
Then we have, did I do chili powder? Yes, I
Yes, you did.
Okay. So I've done all those. Oregano.
So you're
Oregano. Oregano. Sorry. Okay.
You're doing like 1 teaspoon at the moment, right?
Yes, 1 teaspoon of
So
everything here so far.
Of all spices. I have to, I'm the secretary now too.
Yes.
I have to write all this down.
You have to help me out here.
All right, sure.
Okay. So 1 teaspoon
That
of
was
the
the case. I should have brought my gun.
oregano.
Okay. Oh, I still have to cut. What am I doing?
Yeah, quit.
Sure.
Okay, because what we have to do is we have to get all this in, all these flavors mixing together.
So you didn't get green pepper. You got every
No,
other color
you know
under
what?
the
I
sun.
chose not to. Actually, it was a choice.
That
It's
is
a choice thing.
That is the most widely used pepper, by the way.
And that's
Green
kind of
pepper.
why I didn't go with it. No?
It's too average, ordinary, and everyday like you.
Corn.
No, there's nothing average.
Look at Annie
ordinary.
Oakley.
There's
Okay.
nothing ordinary.
1
about you.
teaspoon of dried jalapenos.
Teaspoon, huh?
Oh, yeah, teaspoon. Right? The little one's teaspoon.
Yeah.
Okay.
My house, it's tablespoon.
Okay. Yeah, well,
Because I remember, I'm not afraid.
that's right. You're not afraid, and you have numb lips.
That's right.
Okay,
But
and
hey,
1 teaspoon of the chili peppers.
that's the way I like it.
That's the way.
I knew he was going to do that.
Okay, so now that stirs into that. Well, look at this paste that's making. Do we have the stove cam
Stove
today?
cam?
Look at the paste that's going around this meat.
Oh, neat. Because see, a lot of people like chili is got that kind of a stewy
right.
liquid that's got to have
Right.
to it.
So medium heat on there.
That smells
So
awesome.
doesn't it?
Ooh,
Okay, now we next have
getting things.
we have some freeze dried garlic. Now we have fresh garlic too. Okay.
Yes, I'm all over the fresh stuff.
Okay, let's get us some fresh garlic.
Do we have a garlic squasher? What do you call
No,
this thing?
I don't do that.
You should get. Oh, wait.
No, I'll show you why. I'll tell you why.
I love
Listen to
mine.
me.
You can vent frustration. You go, this is like his neck, and you squash it, and you could just like his head, and you squash things.
Just like
and-
his head. So you're insinuating this is someone you're thinking about while you're
No.
doing this.
No.
Okay, so we need a few gloves, some gloves of garlic. Very nice gloves. Oh, nice gloves. You have very nice gloves, yes.
Would you
Okay.
stop it?
Okay, so we now
Okay.
to peel our garlic here.
All right.
We just bang it, so like
I've
that,
seen you do that before.
and then you take off all that
Okay.
stuff on the
I got
outside.
the peppers all happening here.
Okay, you want to do this too then?
So what am I doing?
Just dice it. Just make it
Dicing.
small. Slice it
Right.
small.
I'd like to be able to do it like, you know how they, like
Yeah.
the real chef guys do it, but I'd be losing fingernails.
Yeah, so I tried that and
Didn't
look
work
what
so well
happened.
for you?
It's just awful. It
Yeah.
wasn't a
Didn't
good
work
thing.
so well for you.
Okay, so
Okay, 'cause some of these pieces are like really big.
they're big. That's fine. That's what chili's all about. Chunky
Yeah.
chili.
And you get one of these in your mouth, like you get one of those in your mouth.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
so gonna know about it.
You know about it. Okay, so
Everything smells
You're doing
so good,
that.
though. Potent.
and now we got to cut up
Good.
our sausages.
What if I just grind
Yeah,
it a
you
little?
go ahead.
Choppy,
Now the
chop,
sausages are hot, so
Chopville.
try not to burn your fingers when you're doing this, like I
Yeah.
am right now. You know what's a
Let's
really
see.
neat thing is if you get a pair of really good rubber gloves from the kitchen, they really keep the heat away,
Yes.
and it's a perfect thing to use. So,
Just don't use them to like do the tub and then
No.
make something.
well, as long as you wash your hands between, right? Right? Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to use a knife here, or a fork and a knife.
Look,
Oh, look at that!
I could
Aren't you
pretend
just it?
I could pretend I'm a chef.
So our meat, our beef, is really simmering with all the spices we put in there.
It does smell very
Doesn't
good.
it smell good? Okay, and this, I love the chunkiness that we're making in this chili here.
Did you
like-
use the whole clove? Sorry.
Yeah, keep going.
All right, just checking.
Yep. I mean, if you want to take
head
that
of
little
garlic.
knobby piece off the end, I sometimes do, sometimes don't. It's kind of a
Okay.
thrill for people, you know,
Knobby.
the little knobby thing at the end, you know.
All right, I don't want to.
Okay, so we're cutting these up into lovely pieces because they're going to go into the meat. But first, all of this, once Leanne has that chopped, is going into the
I'm working on it.
beef. Then we're going to add some
And
lime.
puree. The old-
We're going to add some
the
lime
old-fashioned
juice.
way. We won't eat that. It fell on
Now the
floor.
key with chili, and today we're going to get it done and we're going to show you what it looks like. But the real key with chili is you make it,
And
you
leave it.
turn it off, and the next day you heat it back up again, and that's when you eat the chili.
See, the problem is though, like for me, I'll come home and it's like, ground beef. What do you do with ground beef? Gee, we haven't
Yeah.
had chili in a while. I've got all these cans of goodies in the pantry, sort of a
yeah.
deal. But I mean, we eat it pretty much right away.
Oh, yeah.
And,
And
of
it's
course,
still
the
good.
next day though, it's always better.
Yeah, it's always that
Always,
extra
'cause
little
it-
thing, but
It has a chance for everything to seep through and.
That's right. Okay. So we've
Get
got our.
happy.
Okay, let's put that. Are we almost ready there?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to.
You're slowing things up here, you know.
No,
that,
I'm
right?
sorry. I'm trying to nullify the garlic.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that whole mixture. Wow, that's making my eyes
I
water
know.
now. Holy moly, skiddamaroli.
And I've been like all bound up in this since the beginning of the show here.
Okay, so we browned this nicely to the bottom.
Okay.
That's what we wanted to do. You see how
I'm
it's
so done.
It's browned? See how we browned that? All that sauce browned to the meat?
Yes.
Okay, that's called rendering. That's what you want to do. So now all this
Doesn't
goes
mean
in.
it's burned.
No, heck no. Okay, so
Couple of extra
all that
onions.
goes in as well, along with
So pretty.
a little bit more of our, whoa, eye burning onions and chilies and peppers. A little bit more oil.
What
Holy
fun.
snapping.
Here, let me
Margaret.
help you with some lime.
Okay. So now our whole mixture is in here together now. Now, one little very secret thing that's going to happen here.
Ooh, a secret.
The secret
Okay,
is,
you be the sheriff, I'll be the deputy. Tell me the secret.
the secret is
Bourbon.
a splash of vermouth.
Oh,
Okay, just a very small splash.
and
Like so.
this is for.
This is for the real Westerners out there. Enjoy a stiff drink well on the trail.
Wouldn't that be a shot of whiskey?
Okay, yeah, but we don't have whiskeys.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay, so there we go.
But
Now,
seriously, what does the vermouth do
there's a flavoring to vermouth that I have found is amazing.
with martini? Oh, sorry.
And what happens when you throw it into a hot mixture, the alcohol burns off.
True.
It's just the flavor of the vermouth that stays with it.
All right.
And it has a really neat taste.
'Cause
So,
I can't do the martini.
we need to do this. And we need to put the lime, the juice
In
of
the
one
coconut.
fresh lime.
In the coconut.
And you shake it all up.
I knew you.
Put the lime in your Coke, you nut, and shake it all up.
I saw that commercial.
Isn't that good?
It's actually quite good.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. It is.
I like the one with the guy has the dummy in his truck and he steals the Pepsi from the Coke guy. Or the Coke from the Pepsi. I wanted that too, you know what I mean.
Is it where they're parked at the tracks? Is that the one? Yeah.
Okay, so now
Freeze-dried.
we squeeze the juice of one whole lime
Wow, it's
Into
the
our
air
mixture.
is just thick in here with
with flavor
flavor.
and smells.
Does
and-
that make sense?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay, so that's going to simmer for just a minute. We're going to throw in our sausage, and then we're going to add a bunch of our tomatoes and stuff. And our actually here, we're going to shoot some of that in.
Hey.
Okay, this is our Louisiana hot sauce.
Which what is it? Habanero peppers.
Yes. So you give that 3 good shakes there, my dear.
3?
3.
Are we counting? 1, 2,
1, 2,
3.
2, and 3. There we go. Okay. Very important. that
Okay,
you
don't
count
be
correctly.
licking your.
Yeah, don't rub nothing, don't lick nothing. You'll be in real trouble.
Ah, I'm melting. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so now doesn't that look nice with colors and all
It
that?
is. It's very pretty.
Yes. Oh,
I missed.
try
Yeah.
that now. Try that now.
Oh man. Oh, that smells so good.
Oh yeah.
That just
Okay.
it doesn't smell like
So
regular ground
we're
beef
going to take a
chili.
break. We'll be back in 2 minutes. At that time, we will have our sausages there. We're going to open up our cans, get all that stuff in there. Then we're going to add some of our broth. And we're back. How to get that? How to get that?
Yes, I know. It does make a difference.
It does.
It's a mood thing.
Very mood. And you know what? We've had a heck of a time. Now, everybody at home, take a moment. Smell. Oh, that
Wow.
chili smells
On
good.
this side of the
Oh.
screen, holy cow. On
I'll
your
tell
side,
ya.
not so much.
Not so much. And if it does, you got a problem in the kitchen. So, okay. Now, we've changed the original recipe.
Yes, we
So,
have.
why don't you go through what we've put into our chili?
Okay. What we did was we used a package of mild Italian sausage,
Yep.
a package of beef strips, which we cubed, and a teaspoon of all these spices. We've got freeze-dried jalapeno peppers. We've got oregano, cayenne peppers, paprika, chili powder, cumin. I just like saying that.
Yep.
Dried red crushed peppers.
Yep.
And that was that.
Right.
We put in a can of tomatoes and roasted garlic combo.
Right.
A can of tomatoes and spicy red pepper combo.
Yep.
2 cans of brown beans. 1 can of chili style beans. 1 can of maple style beans. 100 milliliters of beef broth. 100 milliliters of chicken broth, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, we didn't do the partridge part, but
No,
we did wind up chopping up half a red onion.
Yep.
You said the ends of 6 hot peppers.
Yep.
The ends of 2 sweet peppers. 1 teaspoon of oil that you
Yeah,
said
for the meats.
for the
Yeah.
meats and that kind of thing. And
And finally, 1 teaspoon of roasted garlic and crushed
pepper,
peppers.
because you just threw that
I
in.
just threw it
you
in at the
found
end
it.
because,
2
hey,
turtle doves and a partridge.
I like to
in a
do
pear
that. So what we did is we cooked our sausages first, took them out of the pan, put our beef in there. On the beef, I had a little paprika.
Yes.
Then to that beef, we added all our spices, all our peppers, all that neat stuff. Then we added our cans of stuff. Then we added our sausage. Then we added our broth, and then we let it boil up to a boil, and then bring it down to a simmer, because I like to render it. Now,
Woohoo.
there it is.
And it looks like chili. It's the color of chili.
Oh,
the
it's a
texture
color of chili. It's got amazing look to it. And this will thicken up over time if rendering. Now, Leanne and I were talking, you can thicken this up by adding just more beans. And I think the chili mixture is probably the thicker
Tomatoey
bean.
kinda, yeah.
Or you can add a little cornstarch. I don't like doing that myself. So what I like to do is render this. But because we need to know what this tastes like.
Put it in the fridge. It'll be fine. We could go to a chili joint like Frank and Jesse James did way back in the day.
Well, tell me about those chili joints, Leanne.
Well, you know, I was reading about the chili joints, and it, I guess as chili got more popular, it's kind of neat. The Texas Trail towns and other parts of the West, like all these chili places would spring up. And apparently it is said that Frank and Jesse James wouldn't rob the bank in their favorite chili parlor town. So that
chili parlors.
Chili parlor, believe it or not.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Take a minute and thank our sponsor, Safeway, for getting all the produce and products we need for each and every show. Thank you so much, Safeway. You're looking for something, ask those nice people they can find it. Thank our other sponsors, plus you, the viewers, for tuning in. Now, we're going to try some of this.
Okay.
Okay,
We're
now,
going to die.
we're going to try some of this chili.
All right.
So let's take one spoon
Alrighty.
there for you.
Alrighty.
That's
I
yours.
need a spoon.
Okay, we have spoons.
Okay. Not this spoon.
That's the spoon. That's what happened to the spoon after the last chili. So,
It died.
okay, so
Okay.
there we go.
Holy cow. Look at how red that is.
Isn't that the perfect color of chili, though?
It's very.
You know, if
very-
you were going to say, give me a
very
color
pretty.
of chili, that's it.
It's kind of an orangey, reddy. We're gonna die. I can. You know what? Like right. It's like.
Is it
right
choking
here.
up on you there a little? Okay, well,
Alrighty, hang on. Let me find a spot
Hold it.
here where I can.
it's my water.
Oh sure.
Let's have some water.
Wait a second. I don't have any water. You big baby. Okay, first there's temperature hot, and then there's spicy
Yeah,
hot.
so you got to get this to eating
Yeah.
level.
Which could take a while, because the blowing and the burning and the blowing and the burning and the burning and the blowing. Okay, he's not saying anything. Wow, okay.
Is that good? Oh, and the slow burn
Oh my God!
that warms the whole mouth and
Yes,
the
it
throat on the way down.
It's very tasty though.
If you're like hypothermic, we're going to bottle this stuff and send it
Wow.
out with the dogs.
That is amazing.
Isn't that great?
It is. And see,
Oh.
I will not sacrifice temperature for taste.
No.
Like I mean, if you got the hottest, like people who drink Tabasco sauce, what's the point?
Exactly.
Are you trying to prove yourself that you're a big man or no?
You
I
got to
just
have the
can't.
taste.
I can't do
That's
it.
there.
But the taste is very important, and this
Wow.
stuff is awesome.
I'm going to have a piece of the sausage.
Yeah, and I had actually some of the ground, or not the ground beef in this case, the stripped beef. It's amazing.
This is one of the best dishes we have created.
That is nice, eh, for taste.
Oh, you know what?
And
Here's
a
that chili-
seeping burn.
Oh yeah, that long, steady,
Yeah.
ooh, down the throat. Well,
I'm pretty sure you'd sweat after a bowl of this.
community cooking, I'd like to thank you for